James Twin for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I tried to talk about this on the last Aftermath Live that I did about Rafael Espinoza versus Robeisy Ramirez. It didn't quite come out the way I wanted to on the live, so I'm going to make an actual video about it because this needs to be talked about. This needs to be discussed. This needs to be put out into the universe, into the YouTube boxing community, and onto the internet. I want to talk about a fight that I think needs to happen in 2025, and it's a big fight for the featherweight division. To me, in my humble opinion, it's the number two, for my money, it's the current number one featherweight in the world versus the number two featherweight in the world. And that would be none other than WBO champion Rafael Espinoza unifying the titles with IBF champion Angelo Leo. This fight to me makes so much sense. First and foremost, politically speaking, in boxing, we know boxing's a business. Unfortunately, I'm not no manager, I'm not no fanager, I'm not pocket watching, but I know how the sport works. They're both a top rank. It's an in-house fight. That should make it very, very easy to do. That's number one. Number two, it's an exciting fight, like from a boxing standpoint. Like, it's a fight that I'm sure the networks would be interested in because right now as we speak, Espinoza's coming off of making Robeisy quit. 2023 fight of the year contender with Robeisy in the first fight, a knockout over Sergio Trino Sanchez. He's been doing a lot. And then Angelo Leo, he's coming off the 2024 knockout of the year. So his name's buzzing. He's doing great right now. Against Venado Lopez, he landed one of the best left hooks ever to knock him out. And before that, he established himself as the most active featherweight in the division with 4 fights in over a year span. So these are two guys that have been earning their stripes. They've been doing things to validate their status in the division. They've been doing things to validate their status in boxing. And, before Angelo Leo beat Venado Lopez, I remember vividly Eric Morales and, what was it, Pereira or Chavez, like two of the Mexican legends, they were talking about Venado fighting Espinoza in a unification fight, completely overlooking Angelo Leo, and then boom, Venado gets sent to the morgue, to the shadow realm with the knockout of the year with the left hook, and Angelo's in Venado's spot. So the way I see it, this is a unification fight that they were calling for before Angelo. Now Angelo's at that spot. He deserves that shot at Espinoza. Espinoza is regarded by many at this moment in time to be the best featherweight in the world. A lot of people think he's the best. Is he the most skillful? No. Is he even the hardest puncher? That's very debatable. But he's one of the most difficult problems to solve in boxing because you see the flaws. He's very, very flawed. He's there to be hit. You can punch in between the shots. But the thing is, you have to be able to dish out to take what he dishes out. As we saw, Robeisy Ramirez had all those skills in the world to maybe outbox him for some rounds, but he didn't have the durability or the mental fortitude to take what Espinoza dishes out. At 6'1", long rangy arms, dense, a lot of bone density. You can't simulate what he brings to the ring in sparring because how many 6'1" rangy featherweights who like to fight on the inside with Mexican conditioning can you find in the world for sparring? Those guys don't grow on trees. So he may not be the most skilled fighter in the division, but he might be, and I've given this some thought, it's possible he might be the hardest problem to solve in the division because you can't really train for him. You can't train for what he brings to the ring. So in order to beat a guy like Espinoza, what I've learned from the Robeisy fight is to beat him, you can't be a fighter that needs to move around for 12 rounds to beat him because odds are he's going to get to you at some point and you're going to have to fight. And if you don't have the wherewithal to fight, he's going to break you down and get you out of there. So those kind of fighters won't beat Espinoza. To beat Espinoza, I think you need to be able to hold your ground, push him back, and you need to have durability to take what he's dishing out, and you need to have the wherewithal to put him on his back foot. And I think Angelo Leo has those traits. I think Angelo Leo, what we've seen in the past from him, throughout his career, Angelo is one of the top pound for pound body punchers in the sport. He knows, he's very crafty on the inside. He knows how to find your liver. He knows how to really break that body down and just sap you of your energy. We've seen that in fights over the years with Tremaine Williams, Eduardo Baez, Venado. I mean, the list goes on and on of the great body punching clinics Angelo's put on over the years in boxing. So I think he has what it takes. And then, you know, footwork wise, he has really good angles, which, you know, he don't get credit for, but he does have those. He has the volume to match and even maybe outwork Venado. And I think in that fight, as strong of a puncher as Espinoza is and as dense as his bones are at featherweight, it's very possible Angelo is a bigger puncher than Espinoza. And people may laugh at that and they may say, oh, BT, you're being biased. But I can't be biased because numbers aren't biased. Facts are not biased. He's had 4 fights at featherweight. He has a 75% knockout ratio. And 2 of those 3 knockouts he's gotten were one-punch knockouts. One with a left hook to the body on Venado Lopez. One with the left hook to the liver on Mike Plania. So he's not just been a knockout artist at featherweight, but he's been a complete fighter at featherweight, and he's been a versatile puncher and knockout artist at featherweight. So he should be taken serious, and if you doubt him, please doubt him at your own peril, because it's not going to go well for you. This is a great fight. Obviously Nick Ball deserves consideration too, but I think Nick Ball is probably going to go a different direction. You know, he's with Frank Warren. So they have, I think they're gonna have some other plans for him. This is the fight that I think needs to happen in the summer, provided that, of course, Angelo can take care of his next opponent, which we've been hearing through the grapevine, through reports from Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN on Twitter, that it's supposedly Tomohiro Kameda here in Japan. We'll see what happens, but he has a defense coming up before Espinoza. He has to take care of that. But if he takes care of that like he should, this is the fight I want to see in the summer of 2025. Angelo, Rafael Espinoza, Mexican versus Mexican American. You know, these Mexicans have been getting beat up by the Mexican Americans. You know, the Mexican fans that want to always look down on the Mexican Americans, they got some explaining to do, because the Mexican Americans are taking over. I mean, you've had this year Dan Rodriguez beat the brakes off of Gallo, Angelo beat the brakes off of Nato. The native Mexicans, they need to show something. And, you know, they need to get it back in blood, because they've been going out bad this year to the Mexican Americans, to the Chicanos. So that being said, yeah, this is a great fight. Style-wise, it's great. It's great for the division. I think this is the type of fight that would really start the process of establishing who is the man at featherweight, you know? A lot of people think it's Espinoza. I like Espinoza. Espinoza is one of my favorite fighters in the division. But you already know who I'm rocking with. You already know who I think is the man in the division. I've told you a million times who it is for a lot of years now. So, yeah, I think Angelo will beat Espinoza, and I have my reasons. I'm not gonna say him here because I don't want to give away anything, but you know, Espinoza, he's a flawed fighter, but you need to have a special type of mentality and fortitude to capitalize on those flaws. It's not enough to just be skilled to beat Espinoza. It's not enough to just have deep Olympic pedigree, because he'll take those gold medals you got and he'll shove them up your ass and he'll knock you out like he did with basically make you quit. So I think Angelo has the right blend of qualities, you know, to beat him, and vice versa. I mean, Espinoza could beat Angelo. You know, this is that type of division. Anybody can beat anybody. But I've said it a long time ago. Angelo is the best featherweight in the world. I want him to prove it. So this is one of the fights that I feel need to happen for him to be able to prove it. And yeah, God willing, it happens. Shout out to Espinoza, true warrior of the sport, and his whole team. They're good people. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys, the great fans of boxing, do you guys want to see Espinoza versus Angelo in a unification fight? I think this is a fight that makes a lot of sense for so many reasons, but I want to hear from you guys. So leave your comments down below. Let me know who you think will win. I don't care if you say Espinoza, but, you know, let me know who you think will win. You team Angelo, you team Espinoza. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.